Hey folks, Julie Woods here. There's this there's this thing that I wrote, and I wanted to share it with you because it speaks to where I am right now around standing up for each other and really getting into a place of taking action on how we love each other and what it is that we actually do, not dream about doing, not wish that we could do, not hope that we could do, or golly gee, it would be really neat if I did that one day at some point in the future on another planet in another dimension. Okay, just like right now. And so I'm just going to read it. And please know that I feel this in my heart for you. If you're watching this and you're a human being who cares about the world and is figuring out how to stand up and make the difference, this is for you. I am with you. I am standing with you. And the thing that I hope that we remember is that there is nothing to be gained by silence. Nothing at all to be gained by silence. Speaking up, speaking in a way that is loving, speaking in a way that is inclusive, making sure that what we stand in and stand for are the principles and core values that are not family values and traditional values. Those, when those are inclusive, they're lovely. They have come to stand for a non-partisan lack of imagination around humanity, and in part because of that, an inability, a xenophobia and an inability to be present to that which we don't understand in other folks. So this is kind of about that in an extreme way. It is a plea for us to come together and love on each other in a way that has meaning. So, okay. So it says, I stand with everyone who is awake, who is waking up and or who is struggling to find their version of being not asleep in these times when that awakeness allows us to hear and heed the call for loving action. It's a tragedy that happens. You can look at the tragedies from, in my world, from the racist who's in office to the people that he's put in who are full of hate and now can exercise that to the things that happen every day to each of us. Each of those in and of itself is a tragedy because it has taken that person who perpetrates that hate away from the best of who they are as a human being. So yes, this is a tragedy. It is also initiated a plea for an alignment with active, protective welcoming that goes beyond the passivity of tolerance. It's haters in pain who have come to the conclusion that they won't be heard, and this happened after the Florida piece, who have come to the conclusion that they won't be heard unless they kill enough people for the media to ensure that we hear their pain, their sense of being ostracized, their demands for a place at the table of success and acceptance. And it's not that I'm forgiving them. This is cowardly, barbaric, insane bullshit. And I, for one, have trouble not wanting to do massive violence in return. At the same time, this needs to stop somewhere. There needs to be a different way. So here's another piece of my reality. Silence always, in every way, shape, or form, equals death when good people don't call out the haters in their lives because they're doing it or not calling them out in the name of not being confrontational or not rocking the boat. Right now, y'all, let's get real. The boat is shaking like a perfect storm, is tap dancing all over its hull. So perhaps it's time to transmute some of this continuous grief that we feel every time we put up another post where people are grieving about the fact that we are where we are in America, that we are where we are as human beings on a global level. Every single time we are grieving and we are sharing it, that grief has the potential to be refocused and reprogrammed and done in a way that literally changes our culture's apathy and the inurement that so many of us feel because we've been getting banged in the same place over and over and over again, and it doesn't even hurt anymore. So, yes, I'm mourning still all of what's going on. I'm also really, really mad. I am in pain and I am pissed. I'm asking folks to please take up. Please, this is our time for action. Please take up the simple act of speaking enough love to counteract the hate that's out there. It is out there for real, folks. I'm asking each of you, at least in my JWoww tribe, and anybody who's not in my tribe that is getting what it is that I'm saying, to please stand up. Please champion welcoming. Please champion going beyond tolerance and acceptance into embracing others that are nothing like us, who are not doing harm. We just don't understand where they're coming from. I'm not asking you to become Charles Manson's wife or some crazy, sociopathic or psychopathic ex to go back to them. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for you to stand up for what's good. Stand up for yourself, and then stand up for the others around you. If enough of us do this, all these concentric circles of tribes of love will wind up meeting, and there's no space in the interstices between what it is that we do. There's no space for hate in there. There's no space for people to bring what it is that they say is good that we know is bad. When they're lying, when they're pissing on your back and telling you it's sweat, there's no room for that inside our tribes of love that we are building and bringing together from a place of action. I'm asking you to stand up and champion that, and at a minimum, go after impassioned tolerance at every turn in your individual spheres of influence. So please turn aside the silence's swords by speaking your heart. It's something most of us can do, many of us don't, and I'm hoping all of us will, at least after this video. So thank you for your listening. There's going to be more of this because I got stuff to say, and my heart is breaking because I'm not speaking up. So I'm going to be speaking up more, just learning. I'm an old dog. I'm 57 years old, and I'm learning some new tricks. So thank you very much, and I'll talk with you again soon.